I feel like that's not the message we want to. Yeah.
There'll be stages coming up over the next couple of years where Mortal Kombat Fatalities could be very useful for me.
True.
Like in a room like this with these guys.
Good luck, lady.
What conflicts in your life do you think could be solved by using or engaging in Mortal Kombat? Maybe I'll start with you, Mr. Brooks.
What
conflicts
have I solved by using Mortal Kombat?
What do you think we could solve in your life using engaging in Mortal Kombat?
As Jax, or what do you mean? As
Sure,
none. There's no conflicts in my life that take brute force or smashing people's heads in. Thank God. But I would say that there is something about the Arcana being, a representation of intestinal fortitude, right? And finding that inner strength. I think we can solve a lot of different conflicts in our lives by depending on ourselves and being the type of person that you can depend on, and the kind of person who you can be proud of to not let yourself down. So there is that.
Wow. Okay. Are you in a healthy relationship, Ryan? Because I feel like that's not the message we want to. Yeah.
That as a solution to solving problems? No.
It's true. Look, how about I think what the world could do with a few more babalities is that, where that'd be sweet and cute. I think that'd solve a few problems, just a few cute babies, and we'd be like, oh, what was I mad about?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a dad of 3, 2 girls.
Oh, yeah.
My eldest is 13 now, so there's definitely there'll be stages coming up over the next couple of years where Mortal Kombat Fatalities could be very useful for me.
True.
Yeah, no boys in my doorstep.
You mess with my kids and fatality all around.
I think Sonia's patience. Like in a room like this with these guys.
Good luck, lady.
No, being on set and she is the kind of the original woman with all of these dudes, and she has a lot of patience, and I would take that into my own life. I wish I was as patient as she was.
How did the new Johnny, the new Shao Kahn, the new Jade, how did they do stepping into the Nether realm, do you think?
Well, they're amazing. They're amazing actors and amazing human beings. I think the more the merrier, and then the universe of Mortal Kombat actually larger, than we still have to introduce a lot more characters in this one. So slowly but sure. But the new additional of characters that played by amazing friends, it made the process of shooting MK2 was super fun. Yeah,
It was incredible.
yeah, super fun. And then they worked so hard. Actually, Martin inspired me so much because I thought I was the only one who working so hard until I saw Martin woke up like 12, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., still go to the gym.
Yeah.
And then and heavy prosthetics, working so hard.
We all
And even
worked
in the
hard.
weekend,
We
he
all
working hard. So for me, especially a lot of newcomers to MK2 actually gives such a great energy for all of us.
It raises everyone's game.
Yeah, so people want to give the best now.
Oh, he smashed it.
He is Johnny Cage. He is Johnny Cage.
Yeah, and he's such a pleasure to work with as well. I think there's no question after people seeing this movie that he is like minted as Johnny Cage.
He is the best choice in the world for this character, 100%. 100%.
Dude, can we talk privately for a second? No, I do remember when I heard that Karl had been cast, and I think I'm talking to Jess McNamee, who plays Sonia, and I was like, dude, star power. I was like, yes, because, like in the first movie, obviously, people like Hiro and Tari were big stars in Japan, and Joe is big star in Indonesia. We had worked a lot, but we didn't have that star heft. And we knew going into the second one with Johnny as this, character that everyone was waiting for. And then when we heard Karl got it, I was like, oh, that's exactly what this movie needs. And, you don't know what to expect because I'd not met Karl. I'd, never worked with him. But, he's just one of those pros who came in and just immediately just fell into the clique and was collaborative and easy to work with and professional, and it was, I don't know, he's the best. I love it. I really am he's not only I mean, the roles that he's done. I mean,
all right.
Dude, it's crazy. But I will say, just as a human, I really get along with him.
Check us in the mail. You're good.
Yeah, all right. You're right. I'm gushing.
I feel as the newcomer that stepped in, there was such a want from everyone to do well. And everyone encouraged each other. Everyone was working with each other. And I feel because at heart, the majority of us in this film are athletes or martial artists. You know, there's that level of respect throughout where you can see when someone's putting the work in, when someone's trying their hardest. And it gives you that responsibility that you need to not set an example, but you need to match.
It's almost like
level.
a pull, right?
Yeah. And it's kind of different. It's not like I never felt at any stage we were in competition with each other. But it felt like we were there to drive each other on.
Motivating each other.
Absolutely. And as much as for me, my gift is that I do work hard. That's because I'm trying to make up for what I lack on with some of the skill or some of the background training within me as an actor. So I feel like I have to put in twice as much work just to be at the level that these guys are at. So it works both ways. My motivation is to see how good these guys are on the set, and then their motivation is to see how hard I work. So it kind of brings everyone up.
Have you had to use the nut punch in real life yet?
Not yet, but it was one of the great joys of the shoot for sure.
Yeah.
CJ took it like a champ. It was a huge challenge. Technically, it was the most challenging project that I've ever undertaken. It was a little scary in that regard, but I always find when I'm in those junctures that's an interesting place for me as an actor. I like, just to be a bit like feeling like my feet can't quite touch the bottom. I think it really kind of pushes you forward. And, we were just really blessed on this. We had so many wonderful sort of experts that we could lean on. And we all just trained for months and months. And I think it shows in the film.
We're doing a global tour. Premiering everywhere. I'm going to be in Jakarta, showing the film to their audience as well. I think just such a diverse cast really represents what the current global situation should look like. And I think to broaden up the horizons of the film industry in North America, you need to represent that. Like, if you want a true blockbuster, you need to start showing the films that the whole world will enjoy, and
see themselves in.
100%, yeah. And specifically to Asian characters, I think we're developing more complex characters. We're seeing like Katana, Jade coming in as well as powerful women who are strong and can kick ass as well. And then I just hope we develop more, because I keep saying that Asians are asked to fight a lot on screen, but we're lovers too. We love to love, There's a lot of us it comes from love, a lot of loving.
What is it about the Australian accent that makes every piece of dialogue just a little bit better?
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Firstly, I think Canadians and Australians have a very, simpatico sensibility. I've always felt that Canadians and Kiwis and Aussies just seem there's something there that we just sort of get it. We're outdoorsy, I think, and down to earth, and we don't take ourselves too seriously. And I think there's something that we share. But yeah, there is still sort of something a little exotic or something about New Zealand and Australia. We are still on the other side of the world. That hasn't changed, And so in some ways we're kind of like, and maybe this is true for Canadians as well, we're like Americans, but just a bit different. And I think there's something Americans like about that it still feels a bit fresh. But, I love playing Aussie, and I obviously crank up the Aussiness in this to 100. And that's fun as well, because, it's fun to lean into this culture that, I guess I've been surrounded by my whole life, and to kind of, just put your foot on the exaggerator a bit.
There's going to be a lot of fanfare of these movies. People are going to love it. Maybe some awards will come out of it. Do you think, Joe, that you should be nominated for both sides of New? Like, if any nominations come out of this, maybe at sci-fi, maybe etc., do you think you deserve a double tap? Because technically you played two characters here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Double
think
tap, double
think,
pay.
Yeah, I deserve double paycheck.
Did you work that out?
And double nominations.
We'll speak to them after about this.
I should talk to my
would.
manager about this. Thank you so much. You know, actually that's a good
10%.
idea.
I know you're really a citizen of the world, but I just want to make sure it's okay that we in Canada can claim Liu Kang as Canadian.
Yes, please, man. I think out of all the places that I've lived, I finally feel like Vancouver is actually home. You know, I miss it every time I go. I love watching the scenery when I'm flying into Vancouver. I just can't believe there's such a beautiful place that I could call home.
It's beautiful. It's great.
15 minutes from the city, you can access the mountains, the beach. I'm there with my dogs, just in the mountains, hiking all the time. I think Canadians have found like a newfound pride and identity as a nation, as a culture. I love it. Go Canada.